東京豊島区のアニメート池袋本店は
今までで一番好きなアニメ一つ教えてもらってもいいですか？
アニメを見ることはありますか？
はい、たまにはね。
This is the peak of Gundam right here. A $3,300 Gundam. Holy shit, dude.
Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Naruto, Sailor Moon, Attack on Titan, Spirited Away. These are animated series and movies known as anime that many people have heard of at least once in their lives. Quite a few are aware that anime comes from a country of a rising sun, Japan. Obviously, it must be very popular in the country it originates from, right? But is it? How popular it is? Is it much more popular in Japan than it is in other countries? Let's cover the most obvious thing first. Yes, anime is very popular in Japan and it takes the first place in terms of anime consumption by country in the whole world. And yes, all other videos will have the same robotic and emotionless voice. Sorry.
Your move, creep.
There are around 600 animation studios in Japan, with around 500 of them being in Tokyo alone. Other than originating in Japan, anime also plays a big part in Japanese culture, as well as raises country's soft power on the international stage. Japan alone holds over 40% of the market share worldwide, so it definitely tells us something. Depending on the sources you rely on, it seems like between 32 and 70% of Japanese people consume anime. I believe real number is closer to 30% than it is to 70%, considering the fact that Japanese articles lean toward 30%, while the ones claiming it is 70% are written by the foreign individuals or organizations. Japanese people should know better what's happening in their country, right? When it comes to age groups, around 65% of children that are up to 10 years old are into watching anime, while teenagers between 10 and 19 years old take the second place with over 40% of them watching it. There are around 40% of young adults that watch anime and, surprise surprise, under 20% of people that watch anime are over 60 years old. In comparison, US, which is sitting at the second spot in terms of anime consumption, has 18% of people watching anime. Whether you take Japan, US or any other country, the result is the same when it comes to age of anime consumers. Gen Z is the generation that watches anime the most, while baby boomers form a minority. In Europe, there is no country with bigger interest in manga and anime than France, where according to statistics, 4 out of 10 French individuals identify themselves as anime fans. The largest yearly anime convention, or more accurately, convention of Japanese culture in general, Japan Expo, happens in France as well, with more than 250,000 visitors coming to participate in the event. French were fascinated by Japanese anime since 70s, and their impression got even stronger thanks to Miyazaki's movies later on, to the point where you can find Japanese influence even in the local French art. Philippines are also among top countries when it comes to anime consumption. However, it seems like accessibility to non-dubbed version anime is not as good. No, dub is not always great. China and India, on the other hand, are responsible for pushing an overall revenue share of Asia-Pacific region to over 25%, and that is thanks to young individuals' growing interest in anime. Overall, Japan was and still is the main player when it comes to anime production and consumption, and it makes sense. It is enough to just visit Japan for a short period of time to notice the presence of anime in Japanese society. So it's safe to say that anime is here to stay because it makes sense both culturally and business-wise. P.S. No, Japan is not into anime to the point where the whole country behaves and looks like an export from fantasy anime land. Sorry. Popularity of anime is growing in majority of other countries as well, so anime lovers can definitely have something to look forward to. Subscribe if you're interested in seeing more comparisons between the West and the East. Thank you for watching and see you soon.